blue ring. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this is Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. We're gonna get started right away by jumping over a gate to kind of skip a little bit of a cutscene. And we're gonna do that by bomb boosting, which is when you detonate a bomb behind yourself while you're jumping to gain extra height and distance.
And we both got over, which is perfect.
So we're gonna lower Chops' health just a little bit in case a trick we're doing is not gonna work.
Yeah, so we're going to be going for a really dumb trick that was recently discovered. It's pretty random, so
Yeah,
there's
random.
not that great of a chance of it working, but hey, we might as well try it. Basically, I'm going to throw a spear onto this guy's foot. And there's a cutscene way above us, and for some reason, when Lara jumps while the guy is running towards her, we have the possibility of flying straight up in the air and actually triggering the cutscene. So we're going to try it a couple times just because it looks really cool.
Where is he? Oh, no.
One more time.
Yeah,
and
one
then
more
we'll go.
time.
Ow.
What? Backup struts.
Rude. Hopefully it'll...
Close.
All right.
All right, we're just
So-
gonna move on.
We got the jump, but we didn't actually hit the cutscene, unfortunately. So we'll just do the level normally.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a spear. What is it? Spear clip thing?
Spear warp.
Yeah, spear warp. That's what it's called.
So for some reason, this game has an auto jump mechanic, and it's kind of abusable. And then you can kind of use it to like warp through walls and stuff onto spears, because it favors jumping onto like spears and ledges and shields and stuff.
All right. So this is why we lowered Chops' health so that he could just kill himself, so that I can run around out of bounds. We're skipping a couple of rooms this way.
Yeah, the game always loves to keep both people in the camera. So we're going to be doing a bunch of things to kind of manipulate it, where
Oh,
one
what?
person will... I don't know what happened to the gravel there. It
She
just went
didn't
off on an
grapple the
adventure.
ring.
So one or both of us, or one or the other, is going to be like killing themselves
There
to
you
give the other
go.
one free reign of the camera, so they don't have to be tethered. Oh, wait,
Oh,
spawned me in a really weird spot.
This is awkward. I have to roll around.
Ugh.
No.
Sometimes the spawns can be really strange and unexpected in this game, because this is a very special game that does what it wants. And so you may notice that we're both playing different characters. Bunny is playing Lara. She normally starts just with pistols, and she has like a grapple. Totek has a shield and spears, and like only Lara can actually jump on top of spears. Totek is too big and will just break them. So you kind of have to like use your abilities together to like, boost each other up.
My bad. I don't know how to menu. It's
You have to
awkward.
like boost each other up, like Lara will jump on the spears, and then Totek will get grappled and pulled up, but all of that's pretty slow, so we're not really going to be doing casual strats for the majority of the run.
So you just noticed that I went in the menu and changed the difficulty. We need it on medium to do the trick that we tried to fail, because the weapons we have will one-shot the bad guys. So we need them alive for the ghost jump.
Yeah, but for the rest of the game, we want it on easy, just basically to make the boss fights as fast as possible. We are doing New Game Plus, which means we have all of the best weapons unlocked, and they kind of destroy all the bosses and enemies in the game.
So I'm using a Spear of Darkness to boost myself up so that I don't need Chops all the time. So sorry.
Use your rope as a bridge. Next up is Temple Grounds. This is normally a fairly long level where you have to go solve a bunch of puzzles and get some, I guess, like plates or something to stick in the ground to unlock the tomb. We're just going to not do any of that because we have a much faster way.
Gotta go fast.
So first off, just start by boosting into a cutscene, which will warp us forward.
Rude.
And And we can just bomb boost across this instead of like boosting or going the normal way. So up here, you see there's the spider tomb, there's the holes in the ground that we need to collect the things to open. But instead what we're going to do is I'm going to die over here. And if I spawn as soon as the countdown finishes, it didn't quite work. I can actually spawn like inside of walls and just kind of roll straight through. The timing is a little bit finicky and depends on how much lag we have between each other, so if we mess one up, it'll be just blame the lack of lag between these two PCs.
We usually have more lag because we live so far apart.
Yeah.
We have like absolutely no lag here, so.
It's kind of interesting.
Spider Tomb is one of the levels where we're gonna see the end and we're just gonna go straight for it.
Yeah, it's a very vertical level. You can kind of like see most of the level down below as you're rolling through it. And we're not really going to visit any of that.
You see it all below. It's great.
So if you look off to the bottom left, there's that big spiky roll thing. That's actually the end of the level. And we can't really go down there without dying. But
this is the lack of lag.
we can do one thing. What Bunny's going to try to grapple jump out, and then basically bomb boost into the end level trigger, and I'm going to spawn on top of the end level trigger. And even though we're both dead, we'll still just kind of hit the trigger and just finish the level instantly instead of going all the way through. Oh, it just didn't work that time. Sometimes it just feels like not working because Crystal Dynamics is a great company. So we can do a donation while we're trying this again.
Alright, we have a $5 donation from Lightning Raiden saying good luck, Bunny and Chops, I guess.
Thanks, Red. There we go.
Yay! All right, so the summoning is the first of like two like mini bosses. Yeah,
there's two T-Rexes that we're going to have to murder with our New Game Plus weapons, and it turns out they're kind of pushovers when you have the best weapons in the game, oddly enough, and you're playing on easy.
Did we get... Oh, cutscene spear?
There we go. He's already dead. Normally it's like a puzzle. You have to lure him on spikes and stuff, but that takes too long.
All right, so this is the first of two levels that are kind of like in two parts. The first part, you do a bunch of puzzles, and you collect a bunch of balls, and you put them on these pressure plates that lift up a gate.
Yeah, that takes way too long. This is called Forgotten Gate, and it turns out they actually kind of forgot the collision for the gate. So we can just kind of go in here and just go straight through it with Lara, using a clip with the grapple.
Or not? Okay. You cursed us, Chops.
How did I curse this? I'm just rolling forward.
There we go.
Yeah. And now in the second section we have a bunch of traps that we need to avoid and just kind of go in a straight line and not die. So these very scary, squishy, spiky thingies that are obviously very deadly, and we need to avoid them at all costs.
Yeah.
And then there's these tiles, which are like actually deadly because they love to eat your rolls and you kind of get stuck on them and then fall and die, and it's terrible. But these spiky things, you know, they're real serious. See, you can't survive. There's no way to survive at all. And this whole part is fixed. Balls always fall in the same places. So, assuming you don't get any eaten rolls by the tiles, you just kind of follow the same pattern. Oh, I got stuck in a bunch, but it's fine.
Yeah.
And that's the level. Next up is Toxic Swamp. It's one of the longer levels, but we're going to do a few smaller skips rather than just going straight to the end for this one.
It's going to be fun.
These loads are a little bit longer than we're used to. So right at the start, we can actually just roll around a little cutscene that kind of introduces these exploding flowers. And then there's a much longer cutscene where Totek yells, or not Totek, Zola, the bad guy. He yells a bunch and then he lowers a gate in front of you so you can't go by. So we need to go around it. But unfortunately, we need to actually like hit the load trigger, which we can do just by going in here. But we don't actually need to lower the gate because, you know, gates are kind of suggestions in this game. So now that we've hit the load trigger, we can just kind of go over here and go on through it. And we need both across, but luckily we can just spawn on each other. Most of the time, you're able to just spawn on each other. There's a few places where there's hard-coded spawn points where it like wants you to actually do the puzzle correctly to get both players across, but it's not really going to be a hindrance for us.
So what I'm doing now is I'm skipping an area by going briefly out of bounds, but we skip a trigger. So I'm going to go back now, and I'm going to trigger it. Otherwise, we'll crash the game because it won't load, and that's not strats.
Yeah, so we actually completely skipped over the second gate that Zolot yells about and then closes in our face.
Now we're going to skip a bridge by going out of bounds. This is out of bounds. Isn't it gorgeous?
Very easy. And we're back in bounds. That's it. Now, unfortunately, the third gate we actually do have to lower because it will not spawn the load trigger unless we do that. But we can just kind of go up here and instead of solving that puzzle, you can just jump and shoot a grenade launcher in midair. And then that'll open up this gate and spawn the load trigger. If you just clip through that gate, just nothing happens. It's kind of a disappointment. And the next area is really annoying casually. It's basically a long area with a whole bunch of like exploding plants and spikes and stuff. And you need to roll a ball through it, avoiding all the traps. We're just going to not do that because it's kind of the worst thing in the entire world. But we do have this fire at the end that we need to somehow avoid. But if we just kind of jump around it, we don't have to worry about it. And now, off to the right on the bridge that you can see, there's a big cutscene where once again Zolot yells some stuff and closes a gate in your face.
Oh, not okay.
Oh, not okay. But there's like just barely enough space, like stretch in the camera, where Lara can grapple jump all the way across and skip over the bridge cutscene.
What? What is she doing? Okay.
Oh my god, get out of here. Sometimes those guys spawn from the exploding plants.
Oh, the poison. GG. Okay.
And unfortunately the gate is still there even though it's invisible, but we can just clip through it. And Zolot was just standing there in a nice T-pose.
Yeah, the game has him frozen as a statue until you trigger the cutscene.
So the screen is basically the same for like the entire run for both of us, but for this level it's actually different.
We're going to unlock the camera,
Yeah,
which means Chops gets the best view in the world.
Yeah. So we basically need to actually desync the two views, which I believe is only possible while playing through the internet. So
That spiky barrier's not hurtful.
Yeah, I'm at a fixed spawn point, so I can't move past here. But if we time the dying properly, Lara is now free on her own, and I'm stuck at the spawn point, staring at a wall. And I just gotta wait for Bunny to play through on using solo strats.
Solo hype. Who needs co-op?
I think you do.
Oh, all right, come back.
Okay. Next area just spawns me back in. This is actually a really annoying area if anything goes wrong, but it's pretty simple. And I actually have 3 walls here, even though you only see 2, just because co-op desync is weird. And there's a long section of like these spiky gates that we have to open up that we're just going to use some like death warps and bomb jumps to kind of skip over fast. We can hear somebody manhandling a mic, and it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, we can just roll on through.
And now I'm actually going to kill myself to trigger a cutscene quicker.
Yep. And in this last area, there's a wall that we need to get. Oh, that's
I'm not
bad.
supposed to die here? Okay.
There's a wall we need to get past that we can just clip through. Normally, you have to like go get a big spiky ball and roll it down and break it, but that's easier. And now we have Jaws of Death, which is the worst level in the game by far.
It's so cool. He summons a fish to play with us.
How's that cool? You
Oh.
see the teeth on that thing? So this level is basically just a straight line while we run from a giant fish that wants to hug us or something. And you just kind of avoid a few little obstacles. But the real annoying thing is that at the end of the level, you actually need the fish to be there. And his movement is kind of random, and nobody really understands how it works. It's like kind of maybe sort of manipulatable by blowing up those bridges, but sometimes he just likes to take his sweet time.
I'm gonna kill myself over here.
Okay, goodbye forever. Welcome back.
Hey. I did that because I was falling behind, because the path I'm taking so that Chops and I don't kind of bomb boost into each other is slow. But it's fine. Any
Whoa.
donations?
Okay.
I'm gonna make sushi. Anyone in the mood for sushi?
Come on, fish, where are you at? I need you here. Walk into this very obvious trap that you can plainly see.
Sushi, hey.
There he is. And we just kind of clip through the door at the end just to finish the level slightly faster. And now we have the hardest level in the game, right after the most annoying one. This is basically a big valley between some mountains where you need to like raise up some pieces of bridge and twist them around and solve a bunch of puzzles and get to the other side. We're just going to take, I guess, the Scenic Route.
Yeah, it's really pretty. So we go this way to avoid triggering monsters.
And now this is clearly an intended place. Like you can just kind of hang out in here.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah, we're just kind of rolling around the entire level. The annoying thing about this is that it completely skips all checkpoints in the level.
So if we die...
We won't die. It's easy.
Oh.
Well, you died. As long as we both don't die.
I didn't get that memo that we weren't supposed to die.
So the end of the level is actually off to the right on this big bridge, but we can't normally get up there. But if we just kind of gravel jump over there and go through a little hole in the invisible wall, you can just land on the bridge and roll past it.
I did it. You proud of me?
I am.
Okay.
That also skips a cutscene of the bridge getting blown up, so we just have this like nice comfy little stroll. We don't have to worry about anything in the world. Next up is Fiery Depths. This is another level where it's very vertical and we can just go straight to the ending as soon as we see it. We do have to hit one load trigger along the way, so unfortunately we can't just go straight to the ending, but it's not very long.
If you want to read donation, you can.
And yes, we have a $5 donation from Mollusk Moth, who's saying, "Great run, Chops and Bunny. Could someone bring some sushi to the hostess? You made me hungry."
So there's one little trick here. I'm on a fixed spawn point, but if Lara just jumps on her spear, then you can just warp to that when I spawn, just because reasons. And now we've hit the load trigger, so the end of the level is loaded in, which you can see in the bottom right in a second. Don't burn yourself. It's dangerous.
It's hot in here.
So we're just going to kind of go on a stroll and see what's going on.
Oh,
Whoa.
slippery hands. Oh, okay. There we go. Look, lava.
This seems
Lava.
not very safe, but I'll just...
Lava's fine.
Sure, you can do whatever you want.
Sorry, I'm being really careful because marathon. Let's go flying, guys.
All right, I'll just go hang out in the lava then, I guess. This seems perfectly safe.
Oh, yeah.
And we can just kind of jump back up here and bounce, and that's the end of the level.
All right. So our next level is Belly of the Beast. It's our second like mini boss level. So it's another dino, but this time the dino is made out of lava.
It's going to fare about as well as the first dino did. Turns out lava is actually not at all scary. Oh, I missed. But it's alright. We don't really need that damage when it just kind of dies instantly.
So Chops used, what is it called? Quick shot?
Yeah, quick shot. I can, for the second player can shoot something, immediately change to another weapon and shoot again. It's pretty much only useful here and in the last level.
Stronghold Passage is pretty similar to Forgotten Gate, except you're going to roll the balls in fire pits. And oh, and there's a friend.
You can go get acquainted with him.
No. Oh, what a jerk. Oh, but, oh wait, what? You made it through on my screen.
Nah.
There.
See, that's the
Now
thing
you
about
made it
this
there.
game. What one screen says is usually a lie.
The
in
great
some
thing
way.
about Stronghold Passage is we have the backup strat by having Chops
Oh
death
my god.
spawn through.
Oh my god.
Oh, I died.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
RNG flames. Yeah, that's exciting.
It's fine. We're fine. We're not on fire. Except maybe metaphorically. Fortunately, those flames you're always in front of, and all of this is fixed. So it's just the first part that is
Scary.
hilariously RNG. Usually you can get through without much rolling around, but that was something special.
Oh my.
Goodbye.
Chops.
I made it.
This is co-op.
You're fine.
So, Mirror's Wake.
Mirror's Wake is a really annoying level. You have to go. Once again, Zolot yells and closes a gate in your face for like the 8th time. And this time you have to go kill like these big dudes to get some keys. That sounds slow. You think we can reach Zolot in 6 minutes or less? That seems like a pretty tough challenge, eh?
Well, can we at least go through the level? It's fun.
All right, we can go straight down the middle. How about that? So we can grapple jump over here, and
Oh. Ooh.
just jump
okay,
over
it's
here,
fine.
and this is actually out of bounds. So we can just kind of go over here. The gate's way down to the bottom-ish, and the cutscene trigger for the end of the level is off to the left somewhere. So you can just kind of bomb boost in that general direction, and you just trigger the ending, and that's it. That's all you have to do.
All right. So, Zolot's Stronghold has 3 phases of Zolot's fight. The first one has a lot of spikes that pop up, and they're very RNG, and they're very horrible, and we don't like them, so we're not going to do them.
Yeah, they're based on the RNG flames. I think we should just not go with the RNG. We'll just go through this pillar instead. And unfortunately, he still has to yell at us a bunch. What a meanie. But I can just kind of get on the other side.
In the middle? In the middle?
Maybe.
Right? No? Okay.
I can't see where you are. On my screen, it's a completely different position. But
It's
yeah, we can just
fine.
kind of move on. And now we're already in the second fight,
Oh.
which basically... Okay, he just kind of ignored
Okay.
a bunch of damage
So
there.
the thing about Zolot is you throw spears at him and doesn't necessarily hit him.
Yeah, you just kind of like hope he gets damaged. A lot of the times he doesn't because reasons.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm good
this
at
guy
this
didn't
game.
spawn in. Alright, so we kill a wave of enemies, and now he'll start spawning again. And he ignored a bunch of hits again. There
Got
it
him.
goes.
All right, so that was phase 2.
Unfortunately, the load trigger here just doesn't spawn in until the fire's gone, even though you can actually get around it. There's a lot of places like that. But we're on to the final boss fight in this very, very lava-filled chamber. That's, very scary because lava is very deadly, as we've seen. He really likes monologuing. He's like textbook bad guy.
Oh, wait for me. Okay, I'm ready. Looking with the stick.
You missed.
It's fine.
I know a bunch of lava golems are going to spawn, but they're completely fixed, so you can just kind of stand in the middle and go poke, poke, poke until they're all gone.
You're stealing all
kill.
the ones up top. I don't like it.
Is this one getting hurt? What? Okay, this one just doesn't want to die. Would you please?
Okay. That's fine.
We got there. It's okay. He's going to show us the power of a true god.
I like my controller.
No, actually, I don't like that controller at all. This one's much better.
He has a 360. I have an Xbox One controller.
So
Oh, no.
Dang, he did it. He actually got us. The power of a true god is to kind of damage you slightly. And
Yes!
that's it. He's beat it.
All right, so we're coming up on time. Oh, he went invisible. That's exciting.
Oh, yeah, that just happens.
All right, and time.
So yeah, that's Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light. Pretty much every level is broken. It has a sequel that's pretty terrible. Don't
Temple
worry
of
about that
Osiris,
one.
yeah. For anyone that was wondering, Lara Croft and the Guardian Light is just a spin-off of the Tomb Raider games. It's not officially Tomb Raider, but, you know, Lara Croft. So it's really cool. It's on Steam. Check it out.
It's a fun game.
The mirror has been returned to its secret place. And Zola
Alright.
is eternal prison. When I'm gone, this place will be lost again. But for how long? If there's one thing I've learned from all the travel, it's that nothing is lost forever. But some